I'm Chris with Jerry'sOutdoorSports.com, and this is Jace, and we just got done running the Rocky Mountain Regional and
Colorado State Championships
for IDPA out at Cameo Shooting and Education Center this weekend.
Are you ready? Stand by.
It was a long 4 days.
Oh man,
That really was. So we shot with staff match because we were there as a vendor and sponsor for it. So, man, what was your two favorite stages there? Because we ran, 24 of them?
26 stages, counting the burner stages.
God.
Not counting about 24. Not counting the chrono stages, actually, it'd be 24.
Okay, yeah.
So, but one of my favorite stages was one of the car stages with that red Suzuki.
Oh, the Suzuki one,
the
the civil unrest or whatever.
Yep.
I'll roll the actual name of it in a diagram in on there. So at that one, you started seated in a vehicle with your firearm on the seat next to you, and at start buzzer, you had to engage targets in order of priorities. Then you had to chainsaw back and forth, zipping back and forth. You were running. Go ahead and talk about the equipment you ran that day.
So, the Canik MC9 is what I decided to run, which probably was the worst possible choice for me to run in CCP division. It was almost fitting the box of a bug gun, and so being a small snappy gun, it was at a disadvantage for me. However, it's my daily carry, so IDPA being a defensive shooting sport I wanted to see how I'd run with my everyday carry there.
I, however, ran a PCC. So, boy, PCC is a little bit contentious in IDPA.
Oh, the amount of hate that you got from that.
Dude. Most of it was all in good fun. But
Most of it.
when we're getting ready to go into the closing ceremonies, like I was in line with a couple of guys who just grumbled endlessly about it. Like, I chose this because I thought I would do better with a PCC because we've all seen how good I am with a pistol, which is not great. But I figured that I would be performing pretty well by running this guy. Turns out I was wrong. So where did you place in both of the...
Oh, shit. I got
Here we
him
go.
over there.
I got you.
I'll grab it from you.
You got hardware.
I ended up getting hardware, so I got lucky, and with my novice class, I know I'm not the best shot out there, but I got first place.
On both of them.
Compact carry pistol, first place, Rocky Mountain Regional, and Colorado State. Place them right there.
And you got first place in both, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah. So you got first place. Now me, by a wide margin, by a country mile, finished dead last. PCC is where the gamers are, and the other people who actually knew what they were doing, because this was my first IDPA match in 10 years, so I had to learn the game again. Um, God, they were fast. My favorite had to have been the snowmobile. Ho 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 was what it was called. You with that one, oh man, it's also where I got the most frustrating error. Frustrating error. So you started on the snowmobile, hands on the handlebars, except for me because I had a rifle. I had it
Yep,
I had
strong
it
hand
resting
down.
on it, and you could either engage it sitting or standing up. So I stood up. You had You had a temporary popper over here and a double drop turner, and that was mirrored on this side. You had the activator over here, so you'd hit that activator, come over, hit your two disappearing targets.
Crisscross through there.
Yep. Hit the next one, hit those, and then you just clean the rest of the course, right? Well, I went in there and I'm like, okay, I got this. Get up and I fire, hit the activator, get down zeros on both targets. Hit my next activator, came over, engaged the next two, and then there were two pop-up targets that you activated. So I then in the middle I hit my pop-up targets and I clean the first one. I come over and I clean the second one. And I'm like, I'll just make sure. Now, mind you, these pop-up targets had non-threats sitting right in front of them. So I'm like, oh, I'll just make sure right into the non-threat's forehead.
Yep, you sent a third shot just to clean it up because you couldn't see your.
Couldn't see my impacts. Cost myself pretty dearly for that because
To time to make up the shot as well as the added penalty is probably 6 seconds altogether.
6 or 7 seconds,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was disappointing, but I absolutely loved that stage. My next favorite stage was the pool table.
Stand by. Exactly. I just need to avoid all
But the pool table was an activator where you had to actually make a pool cue stroke, and then you could either hit both targets with that, or you could, because you had disappearing targets on the sides, or you could go the safe way and just hit activators on the sides, and that's what I did.
Yeah, we were
So-
both kind of lame and decided not to do the spicy route and
Oh,
try to
man.
hit both at the same time, which
The people who are coming for, I mean, literally, some people were coming from Kenya,
yep.
Taiwan, we already mentioned. There are European shooters there. Like, it was a who's who of the world shooters.
Absolutely.
Like, man, bunch of people from California, our friends from Alabama. Yeah, so that was cool. Any closing words or?
I had a lot of fun.
Oh, well, like that
It
kind of
was-
goes without saying.
yeah,
It was so much fun.
It was a blast over the 2 days. I know we had a 4-day kind of work weekend.
That was a 7-day work week for
yeah,
us.
yeah. But going
Yeah.
through and shooting the first 2 days, which was a lot of fun, but it was a lot of learning, a lot of figuring out the stages, and then the second 2 days working a lot of vendor stuff. It was a blast to meet a lot of people. It was a blast to run them, and for my second IDPA match ever.
Yeah. For
I
you
had
to
a
take
great-
two first place regionals, like it says a lot about your shooting skill. And for
That's-
me to finish dead last,
I'll deny my shooting skill all day long. I don't think I'm that great, but hell,
I
we'll see.
mean, come on, dude. Like you came home with hardware.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm Chris. That's Jace. Jerry's Outdoor Sports. If you're not shooting some kind of competition, you're probably wrong, and you really should find some kind. Like, you don't ever get worse when you start shooting competition. So, anyway, that's that.